Humans are crazy, man. Hello and welcome back to another video. I don't know if anyone has noticed this yet, but I am very intrigued by the darker side of the Avatar universe. There's just something so intriguing about the cold-blooded nature of humans, especially when we uncover these things in a universe originally created for an audience of little kids. So, today, we will be talking about human trafficking within the Avatar universe. Crazy, right? How is that possible? But anyways, first, let's define what human trafficking is, so I don't get anything mixed up here and everything I'm saying is kind of not dumb. This comes from Webster's dictionary, and it says that human trafficking is the organized criminal activity in which human beings are treated as possessions to be controlled and exploited. And then in brackets, it says as being forced into prostitution or involuntary labor. So this excludes war prisoners and things like that because the government isn't seen as a criminal vessel, although it's still a crime to morality and the rest of the world. Let me just say that it's still very bad. It's just, by definition, you just can't call it human trafficking. But anyways, I just want to give some canonical examples of human trafficking happening in the Avatar universe. So, if you'd read the Kyoshi novels, you know Tagaka is an outlaw and she's very prevalent in the world of bandits and pirates and all of that. And this woman has prison slaves. She imprisons innocent people and makes them pretty much her working slaves. She's even called a slaver on the Avatar fandom wiki page. So yeah, we can all say that she's a human trafficker pretty much by definition because she's a criminal and she's treating humans as possessions and she's controlling them and exploiting them for involuntary labor. With that being known, this is just one example of why I feel like my theory has some credible ground. But anyways, this is just the tip of the iceberg though. Disclaimer, going forth, everything that I'm about to spew is just speculation and theoretical pretty much. This is all just the going-ons in my head. But if you have any ideas or any theories of your own, go ahead and drop a comment. And yeah, let's get on to it. I want to talk about combustion benders and their rarity. So as far as rare abilities come, I would say that combustion bending is one of the rarest types of bending that we've seen on screens. So let's go through bending types and kind of compare numbers a little bit. So lightning bending, we see the whole royal family know how to bend lightning. We see Lightning Bolt Zolt, and then we see Mako, and there's a handful of lightning benders out there. Blood bending, we have Hama, Katara, Amon, Tarlok, and Yakone. That's a handful right there. Healing, we have Katara, tons of Northern Water Tribe women because she learned how to heal from them. And then we also have Korra and Atuat from the Shadow of Kyoshi. Metal bending, we have Toph. There's a whole metal clan. We have the whole Beifong family actually after Toph. And then we have the Republic City Police that we see metal bending. For lava bending, we see Gazan and Bolin. And then also there's the irrefutable abilities by past avatars that's kind of in the air when it comes to canon. I can't say anything. I don't have any concrete knowings of any of that because I have not researched on that. But anyways, I'm also not including sub-bending types of the Air Nation because the lack of members in the time period I'm talking about. So even though their abilities are rare, I'm not going to be talking about how they were possibly trafficked for their bending ability. But anyways, in The Legend of Korra, there's this scene that happens between Pali, a combustion bender, and Zahir, in which they share a romantic moment, and Pali confides in Zahir, and she thanks him for saving her from being some warlord's killing machine. Rewatching the show for the nth time, I noticed that there was a lot more to unpack from that situation. And for me, I saw this character that was obviously manipulated as a young teenager or a younger person by some higher power that wanted to exploit her abilities. So this got me also thinking about Combustion Man because, you know, he's also a combustion bender. And so I know in the show he was referred to as a bounty hunter and an assassin, and Zuko paid him directly. I can't be like, oh, he was trafficked or anything like that. Like that's out the window. But because of his occupation and because of his reputation, I can speculate a few things. So let me just say, this guy right here, God tier killer. He was a God tier killer. His whole wiki page is pretty much says this guy has no weaknesses. Like you can't really destroy him unless you stun him or do what they did to Pali. But anyways, there's not a lot to get around when it comes to defeating a combustion bender. With that being said, once the presence is known of a rare ability, there is large demand for service, and Combustion Man probably has a long list of kills. Like, if you go through his kill list, it's probably as tall as me, maybe longer. I'm kind of short, I don't know. We can conclude that Sparky Boo Man had a long list of kills, especially because of how Zuko first addresses him and says that he's good at what he does, Knowing that the Fire Nation Prince knew of this man and his abilities, it's fair to say that high-ranking officials tend to be aware of the rare abilities of their people. And this is also proven with Police Story of being taken by some warlord to be used as a weapon, because obviously warlords are higher-ranking military officials, so there's correlation with that. But with that being said, I can't say what Pali experienced was 100% human trafficking, only because it was done by a warlord who could be working against or for their general government. So calling this a crime depends on the agreement of government. Also referring to her situation as human trafficking depends on the government agreement there. Despite that, though, it is still very gross and 100% bad. Just because it's not called human trafficking, manipulation is just gross and it's bad. But yeah, so Police Story, you see her being manipulated and taken advantage of because of her rare ability. This is pretty much Tarlok and Amon's whole backstory, because they were manipulated from a very young age by their own father and exploited for their abilities. So, who's to say that these heinous acts of manipulation aren't happening under the government's radar or the family scope? The more I think about this, the more my mind is just bro, that's so bro, humans are crazy, they're evil and just manipulative and just gross. I'm a human? What? Oh my god, if you're a human watching this, get away from me. Oh my god, I can't. Anyways, yeah, that was, humans are crazy, man. It's just dark and yes, it's just crazy. I have nothing else to say. Make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And to stay up to speed with me and everything I spiel about, be sure to hit that noti bell. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.